one of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Michigan's offense takes the field. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because...
Oh, he's getting it nasty! How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch? And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks it down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Off the play fake on first down. Wide open downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Touchdown, Wolverines! A great catch and run for 6.
That great first drive by this offense capped off, third and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So NC State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. They are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
He's got the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Handoff to the lone back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Toss to the outside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
To the air, it's Underwood. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hauls it in down the sideline. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The short hands, it's Klein. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's McCullough. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down.
As a head coach, you'd love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
And the Wolverines are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Going for it all. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this second half.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got to protect the merchandise, gets down without taking a hit.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the ground, it Smothers. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Wants to go up top on first down. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw's got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. First snap for this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He's got an open man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw, and they've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Finds his tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They were able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for room. It's Haynes. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Right back to the well.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Trying play action. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done. Picking up the first down, then getting down.
He hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got his man. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Quarterback in trouble, just dump it right in the gut. Don't make him reach for it. Just put it right on the body of the fullback.
Yeah, Reese, you got to be real accurate when you throw to these guys. Not the biggest catch radius, let's just say. Moving forward, though, I think we're going to see this fullback play a big role in this offense.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Oh, he's got some room in under the goal line. And he places it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
And these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that one.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They are in serious need of putting together a scoring drive right here, down 14-0. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Oh, they're after him. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Snagged in the middle. It's Marsh. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. Defense.
The offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. And you just saw just 2 seasons ago, when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's...
It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It Smothers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Now the play fake. Got his man downfield. Flying down the left side. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, NC State.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Got room to work. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. There he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
He'll keep it himself. Find some fresh air. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a scintillating 52-yard jaunt to the house. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
On the move, he fires. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Hauls it in. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Using his legs, it's Smothers. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Got his man to the left. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Makes the grab. It's Grimes. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
I know it's early in this game, but man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops the throw. Got it in the middle, it's Grimes. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the field goal unit is on the field. He got it. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? On the move. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
Brings up second down.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
The Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Gets it out quickly.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good change-up. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Give to the back.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
NC State a lot of freedom to do anything here on 2nd and inches. Give to the running back. Makes the stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Grab near the sticks. It's Hoffman. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. To the air, it's Bailey. Fires to the tight end. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Rodgers. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Just keep slinging it. Here's a heat. He's going to take off.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Finds his big tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't put the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his 2nd of the day. This one from 23. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That pulls them to within 15, 28-13 the score. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So here comes the Michigan offense. To the air. It's Underwood. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Turning it on! Oh, and what a move! What a juke, and he makes it past the marker.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. On the run, it's Haynes. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Got it in the middle, it's Klein. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Rommel's ahead for a pickup from 5 to the 29.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The play action fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Grimes. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. Right down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rogers. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, the slant routes are just typically one of those that it's a timing route. It's a big body route. A lot of times I'll throw it to my big guy who's going to catch it and give me positive yards most of the time.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, beat a more physical team. Nice job sticking up and blowing their necks for this defense.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. They'll give it to him again. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Morgan. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give them a first down. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
And the Wolverines, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air, it's Underwood. It's complete on the right side. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the stomping has commenced.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds a tight end. Makes the grab, and not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Rodgers.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. They just keep firing. With the catch, it's Anderson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the field.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Gets the back moving. Looks as if NC State has a first down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on fourth down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical fourth down and execute.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. They go 83 yards on the drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
It'll be 3rd and long. He'll pull it on the read. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Offense facing 4th down.
And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Looking down the middle, and it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Here's the pressure. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
It's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off when they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You've got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the 1st down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeout. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Marsh. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Pocket breaking down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
The give to the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he passes on the touchback. Here it comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Completes it in the middle.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Grimes. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Anderson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Here comes the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open. That's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand.